wolf begins to circle the boy. But his hands are steady, his form perfect. And so the boy, given up for dead, returns to his people. King of Fenris. All hail the Foil Father.
A foil video on a Wednesday? Yes, this is an emergency. Friday, cannot wait. Have Games Workshop teased the return of Leman Russ? A little bit of a word, a little bit of a line is getting everyone hyped, and it's time for an emergency foil session because this could be big. So what in the Emperor's name is going on? Well, if you don't know by now, the Space Wolf Codex has leaked. The lore pages have leaked. The rules have leaked. It's literally all over the internet, Reddit, Facebook, Instagram, any social media site you can think of. The Space Wolf Codex is on there. And of course, people are going through the Codex, looking at the rules, looking at like the combos and what you can do with the Space Wolves. But there's a blurb of text that's sticking out that is getting everyone very excited, myself included. And I'm going to put it in the background right now. As you can see, this is called Envelop and Ensnare. It's one of the stratagems that you can use from the Space Wolf Codex. And, you know, it has all the rules there, effects until the end of the phase. Each type of model in your army makes a pile-in or acceleration move, yada, yada, yada. We don't care about that, though, right? We don't care. The thing that we want to care about is when and target. When? During the fight phase, target one Space Wolf unit, excluding monsters and vehicles. Monsters and vehicles, okay? Now, in the Space Wolf Codex, there's nothing with the monster keyword. Now, what has the monster keyword in Space Marine Codexes? I'll tell you what has the monster keyword in Space Marine Codexes. That is Primarchs. Gilliman has it, and the Lion has the monster keyword. Now, why would they put it in this codex? Are they potentially building up for something? Are they preparing us for something? Are they putting in the foundations for something to be released in the future that has the monster keyword? That being Leman Russ, the Primarch of the bloody Space Wolves. And let's go back in time to the time when 8th edition was just a rumor. Primaris Marines? We didn't even know about them, but there was whispers about Primarchs returning to the setting. They said Mortarion was going to return, Magnus, Fulgrim, Angron, Gilliman, and also Leman Russ. He was down on the cards to return. Now, there's been a bit of a debate that maybe Games Workshop changed their minds and Leman Russ went to the Lion, but I don't take that, right? Games Workshop likes to plan. Maybe they just pushed Leman Russ's release back and slotted in the Lion instead. That makes more sense to me. That's what the foil is saying to me. So maybe one day we are going to get the return of the Wolf King. But what about the end times, Valrak? What does that mean? Well, you know, it's not really that. What are you on about? Look at the current lore right now. The galaxy's split in half. Chaos is literally seeping into the galaxy. There's been planets lost. There's been sectors lost, right? It is the end times. There's massive whispers about the Orcs in 10th edition potentially being the next big threat, and the narrative of that is the Space Wolves combating that threat. We already know there's going to be a brand new Crusade book out. There's Grey Knights there, there's Demons there, Angron's there, right? The Space Wolves are literally going to be in that book. What if we beat the demons and then all of a sudden, darkened upon the brow of the atmosphere, a fleet emerges. It's the Orcs. Wow, they've come back for another war of Armageddon, raining down down on the planet. It's their time to fight. And if they break Armageddon, if they get through Armageddon, that is literally opening the door into the Segmentum Solar. That is the doorstep of the Imperium. If that goes unchallenged, unmatched, they are going to destroy us all. And maybe that is when he emerges through smoke and salt. The one-eye Leman Russ, Odin Russ, with his spear, with his more knowledged, older feeling. I have returned to death, this place to smite the enemies of the Imperium, right? And then he just launches himself. He's leading the Space Wolves once again. The King of Fenris has returned. But maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, and maybe it is them just future-proofing for another Space Wolf unit, but it gets us talking. It gets us foiling, right? And this is what I love about Warhammer. Stuff like this, stuff for us to talk about, stuff for us to theorize about, to get the foil out, to make videos like this. I would love to get your thoughts and opinions on this. What do you think it is? I'm sure someone said to me that this has happened before with the Dark Angels, where the Dark Angels got the monster keyword, and everyone was like, well, we don't have a monster in our codex. And then, boom, the Lion returned with the end narrative of this edition. Could this potentially happen again? We know, again, like Games Workshop loves to follow patterns. They do like get all the codexes out, they end it with a narrative, big models, big characters appear. Could it be the end of 10th edition is a secret Leman Russ? Maybe it's been hidden from the Whispers. It's been hidden from people like who don't need to know, and that's why the rumor hasn't leaked or anything like that. Maybe this could be one of the biggest things to happen this edition, and boom, it is right there. It's happening right now. We just don't know about it. I don't know, right? I'm literally losing my mind, losing my foil at this. Again, it's probably just future-proofing for something else, but who the hell knows, right? This could be absolutely amazing if it did happen. I would love to see Odin Russ returned. I would love to see his Primarch model. I would love to see the lore about his return and how he feels about the Imperium as of now. And of course, right, if GW pull their finger out, they can get a Reboot Lion and Leman Russ meetup. I know we're still waiting for the Lion and Leman Russ. I have no idea what they're doing, but imagine that Triarch meeting up 10,000 years later. I would love to be a fly in the room of that. See you in a bit. Have a good one and enjoy your Foil Wednesday.